All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give our praise, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who's taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to all the Akim, listeners, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the sincere Akwaf that may be out there watching and learning. So, by the call from the GMS Columbus, Ohio camp, coming back again with another lesson through the Spirit. And this is just real quick, man. Going into some prophecy, prophecy watch as always. You know, um, this new virus is a big thing in the news as of right now. Now, of course, we know there are many, many, many different diseases and viruses, et cetera, that are going on around the world that have always been going on. And these things, have always been around, all right, in some kind of way, shape, or form. All right, scripture speak about is no new thing under the sun. But these things are sending shockwaves throughout the world. And this is the same way it happened when the C-19 came. There were a couple cases, right? It was big on the news, and then what happened next? The shutdown. You see, quarantine, people dying. Then what came? The vaccine. And what came from the vaccine? You have more people beginning to have different heart problems and things after receiving this vaccine. You see, so this is all a repeat. All right, and through the spirit, I see this being another test. To induce that MOTB. Okay, because I got a couple articles pulled up, but just off this case alone, they're trying to hunt down some of the people that were on this cruise in which this where this started, or so-called started, or the first cases were reported from. Okay, so now they're trying to track down the people, the other people that got off of this cruise. You see, so I take all these things and I apply them, because the ultimate goal is for them to have that ultimate control, and they need any and every reason to be able to say we have to keep track of every person on this earth in order for things to run smoothly. And that's the goal that they're chasing, right? Being able to control and to be able to keep tabs on everything and everybody and every move that you make. You see? So this is just another test, man. So don't be surprised if they come through with another quarantine, okay? They come through with another quarantine and have you trapped up in your house, and you gotta wear this and do that, or you gotta wear masks and gloves and this and that. You can only be out at this time of night. Don't be surprised if you see these things, man. Okay, because there's still a lot of different things that need to be put in place. They've been putting the tap pay and the hand pay and all these things in these different places, these different gas stations, different businesses. All right, slowly removing cash from society. All right, started with the penny. It's only going to go up. You see, more and more places are telling you we're not taking cash or we're taking card. You see, so it's ultimately leading to the MOTB. You see, but the scriptures specifically speak about pestilences in these last days as well, different diseases that will come up, all right, and begin to plague the community. All right. So, we gotta take all these things, all these prophecy that are coming to pass and take them seriously. All right. But I just wanted to read this article, and then I got a few precepts, maybe get another article overview on what this virus actually is. You see, and we're willing to be edifying. Disclaimer, no misinformation. I'm just going off what I see. What I'm saying? For, Esau that may be watching, try to clip the video, say it's misinformation, whatever. But anyway, this is just on my news break app. It says, how is hantavirus spread? What to know about causes and symptoms. It says luxury cruise ship hit by a hantavirus outbreak is raising questions about the potentially deadly illness. The ship was due to head to Spain, was marooned for days off the coast of Cape Verde, with close to 150 people on board. Three people aboard died of suspected infections, while others are receiving care. Because what causes hantavirus? Hantaviruses are a group of viruses that naturally infect rodents, sometimes long term without apparent illness, and are occasionally transmitted to humans, according to the World Health Organization. Although many hantavirus species have been identified worldwide, only a limited number are known to cause human disease, the WHO adds. How do you get hantavirus? Hantavirus is primarily spread by rodents through exposure to their urine, droppings, or saliva, and less commonly through a scratch or bite, according to the Centers for Data Control and Prevention. You see, so it says that, you can get it through rodents and their urine, you know what I'm saying? And think about that though. We all have, and everywhere you go, there's some kind of rodent somewhere around. You see? Now, of course, we know that this virus could be, you know, manufactured, whatever, we know how Esau moves. We know what Esau is good in that lab, you know. That's one of Esau's specialties, conjuring up some shit, man. You see, so it wouldn't be surprising, but end of the day, it's a broad thing dealing with rodents. Rodents are everywhere. All right. You could step outside your door and a damn coon or something been in your trash. You go to fix your trash. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in contact, with this feces from this animal. You see that joint that ran across your porch, trickled a little bit. People not going out power washing and putting on hazmat to clean their house and their porch and all this shit every day. These is like annual things people do. You see? So think about that. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly in contact with these kind of things. All right, in one way or another, even if you don't see it. You see? Um, there I'm at. Which says while rare, hantavirus may spread between people and can lead to severe respiratory illness and requires careful patient monitoring, support, and response to who knows. You see, all these different things have been centered around your respiratory system as well. These recent outbreaks, you know, especially, people like me, I got asthma, you know what I'm saying? I know there are many other people out there with asthma, you know what I'm saying? Different respiratory illnesses. All right. This could be serious for a lot of people. All right. It says on May 6th, the WHO said the strain of hantavirus in the latest outbreak has been confirmed through laboratory testing as Andes virus, a strain found in South America that is believed to spread person to person. See how they jugged that? First, it was okay come from animals. Now it can go from person to person. Okay. Is there a vaccine for hantavirus? There is no specific treatment that cures hantavirus disease, according to the WHO, but early supportive medical care is key to improve survival. This care includes clinical monitoring and managing any respiratory, cardiac, or other complications, the organization says. Hantavirus pandemic potential. And this is what prompted me to get on a lesson a little bit more. And I just wanted to get another one preset because, as always, they try and downplay things, and then it turns into some big thing, just like with the C-19. You see, because since I found this article, I've been seeing article after article after article pop up, just highlighting this virus and what's going on with it. Why is it such a big deal right now? You see, every time something big is going on, they throw something else on it to you to distract you from that. You see, so what they do, we dealing with these high ass gas prices and everything like that with this war with Iran, which they said we were in a ceasefire, but yet they're still fighting in the Strait of Hormuz, uh, bombing each other's boats and shit like that, dealing with this blockade. Okay, gas prices is $5+ right now, and that's just here in Ohio. You see, you got Cali and all these different places that have bigger a huger population and all that, you know what I'm saying, make more money. So they gas prices up probably up to $6, $7. You see? And then what they do, okay, now we got this virus. Let's take attention off Iran and this and that and put on this virus. It's all part of the scheme. Okay. They're trying to forward their agendas, all right, as fast as they can. Okay. So it's just another piece of the puzzle. All right. It says the risk posted by hantavirus to the wider public is low, according to the WHO on May 4th. What's today's day? It's the 8th. It says there is no need for panic or travel restrictions. WHO regional director for Europe, Dr. Hans Henry P. Kluge, said in a statement, there's no need for panic or travel restrictions. Now, how true do we know that to be? Not very true. All right. So, got to get this just to start. Um, 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. I'll get to the point. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a womb of child, and they shall not escape. Now we know going into the end, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do with everything. But just highlighting the end, they'll make it as if things are all good and it's not. And then the Lord returns. You see, this is the card that Esau plays all the time. They tell you, hey, it's gonna be all good, and then boom, some bullshit happens. Take it back to Trump coming into office in general in his second term. We're gonna be good, no wars, no this, no that. As soon as he gets in, what does he do? He did everything opposite to what he said he was gonna do. But that's what they will sell you. Peace and safety. All right, because everyone at the end of the day wants that peace and safety. All right, they want to feel like they can live freely. They want to feel like they can do what they want to do and be cool. All right, but no, okay, that's their MO. All right, so the scriptures speak about the words are smoother than butter. They can make something sound so good. They can make it sound so good, and yet once you get into it, it's not good as they made it seem. All right, they're tricksters. All right, this is what they do, and they've mastered it. They've mastered the art of deception. You see, so they can deceive you and manipulate your mind into thinking everything's okay when it's not. You see. So let's see what else I got here. I got a few. Oh yeah, Matthew 24. Gotta get that. Let me just type in pestilence real quick. Uh, Matthew 24, verse 7. And this is perfect for everything I've been talking about through the Spirit. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation. That's going on right now. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. When into that pestilences, diseases, sickness, illness. All right. This is just another illness to throw on top of everything else that's already here. You know, C-19 is still going on. All right, and as well as all the other hundreds and thousands of diseases that people deal with on a day to day, shit that they putting in the food. You know what I'm saying? These long drawn out diseases that people have come upon them. You see, your cancers, diabetes, all these different things. It's so many diseases you can go down a whole list of different diseases. You know what I'm saying? Just off the way of life, the way that this place is ran and governed, the things they do to the food, the things they do to the air, you see, the things they do to the water, everything is tainted in this place and it's causing these diseases, man. But it's prophesied about in the scriptures, you see. Then let's just read this because these are signs that show we are at the end. You see, these are signs, man. And people, and just real quick, because people get it mistaken, and they think just because, oh, this happened 2,000 years ago, this happened 100 years ago, this already happened, and the world's still not ain't in yet. It don't matter, because when you have real understanding of the scriptures and a real understanding of the timeline, you understand that this is a high time to wake out of sleep. That digital ID, that mark is on the way. And that's one of the biggest missing puzzle pieces throughout the course of history. All right, when all these things go on, okay, this the biggest piece is that mark, all right, that mark of destruction that people will be forced to take. And that's the spirit. That's how we know that it has to be a physical thing. Because if it was all these other things that these other camps and people that be talking about, I'm pretty damn sure the world would have been over with already. You see? So something more had to be added, something more had to be developed in order for this things to truly come to pass. You see? So best believe we are in the end of the end. You see? And at the end of the day, the scriptures speak about no man knows the day nor the hour but the Father. So who knows when the beginning of the end started? Through the Spirit, we know it to be when Yahweh Shai came on the scene 2,000 years ago. Okay? But to you people in the world, you just thinking, oh well, when they say the last days, I'm thinking a couple years, a couple days, a couple months. It don't just work like that. All right. It's still prophecy and things that have to come to pass, still things that have to be developed. But we know we're at the end of the end. Why? Because that MOTB is right here. And they putting everything in place to get it pushed out to the community, get it pushed out to the world. And they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to get it out as fast as possible. All right. Let's get that real quick. Uh See, because they know their time is coming. They know it's about to be over. They see the signs too. Why do you think such things are happening at such a rapid pace? Why do you think the course of history has gotten worse and worse and worse, and yet we at this day and age we're supposedly the smartest and the most advanced, but yet we're worse than even past times? It makes no damn sense. It's clearly prophecy. It's clearly the Lord speaking. All right. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He has a short time. His time is almost coming. All right. His time is right around the corner. So he's trying to push out all his agendas and everything that he can to get that total world control. All right. That new world order. He needs that. You see? And that's what he's aiming for, man. So open your minds up, man. Don't take this virus lightly. Even if this shit dies down, even if it dies down, don't take it lightly because people do that far too often. They take things that are serious like this and they put it to the back burner because it died down. Everything is geared towards that great day. Remember that. All right. It's something very serious that we need to pay attention to and take heed to. It's all geared towards something, and that something is going to happen. All right. Yahweh Shai is on the way. All right. And you got to believe that, man, and be prepared for it in your mind and your spirit. Can't get hypnotized by this bullshit, man. Um, where am I? I think I just got two more. Um, got Revelation 6. Let me see. Yeah, let me read this in NLT. Revelation 6, 8 NLT. It says, and I looked up and saw a horse whose color was pale green. Its rider was named Death, and his companion was the grave. These two were given authority over one fourth of the earth to kill with the sword and famine and disease and wild animals. You see? So that this is going to highlight in that disease, you know what I'm saying? And all these things. All right. Famines. All right. Think about that too. Uh, Dealing with these gas prices. You got airlines that are shutting down. All right. So that means the fuel for trucks is getting more expensive. So it's gonna cost more and more and more to get these trucks to and fro. All right. All the different cargo, the ships can't transfer how they need to. Excuse me. All these different things. So how you think food is going to continue to get to the stores? It's going to be very minimal. The things that you used to could go to the store and get, you're not going to have all those options. And the ones that are there are going to be hell of expensive because they have to go through hell to get it there. You see, you're going to see certain brands start to fall off. You see, oh, they don't got that no more in the stores. They don't got this in the stores no more. They only got this and this. You see, you're gonna have it's gonna be, you may see more local shit, but you know how expensive that shit's gonna be? If you go in a grocery store and certain grocery stores like Giant Eagles and Market Districts and you see the local section is super small and this shit's expensive. Okay, if they gotta up the manufacturing of their local shit, you think it's not gonna be more expensive? Trust me, it is. All right. This shit's happening. Okay? This shit's happening, man. So that famine is going to be a big deal, and these diseases are going to be a big deal, man. It's going to be an influx in the hospitals. All right, they can't handle the damn workload. All right, you got many, many, many people in this generation don't want to do certain jobs no more. They don't want to fucking go work construction. They don't want to work in a hospital. Everybody want to be content creators and do YouTube and stream and this and that, scam. Things that don't benefit people. All right, except for their entertainment, sending that dopamine to people's brains. All right. Other than that, people don't want to do shit in this community. Okay. Things are getting very short, man. All right. So it's a lot of death and destruction on the way, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you act like you don't see it or not, trust and believe it's here. All right. And it's here to stay. All right. I'm gonna end off here for Timothy 3. Um, is this is it Second Timothy? Yeah, tweak it. Second Timothy 3. Second Timothy 3. Start at the top. Um It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good." See, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. See that? And for those that, come across this video, go into those words. That's a lot of words. Look into the meaning of those words and look out at the world and let me know, do you see all these things happening? Do you see all these spirits in the midst of these people? Okay? And be honest with yourself. You see, these are the times we're living in, man. These are the times that we're living in. Let's see, verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. You see, for of this sort are they which crept into houses and led captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. See that? We're living in these times, man, very perilous times, man. And this virus that's on the rise, man, is another piece to the puzzle, and it's a part of the agenda, and it's ultimately part of the Lord's agenda. All right, and it's a part of ushering in the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. All right, so don't take this lesson lightly. Don't take any of the lesson lightly. All right, it's come out for a reason. Like I made mention, through the Spirit, even if this dies down, don't lose sight because it's very, very, very easy to lose sight because something has died down or you forgot about it, all right, or because it hasn't affected you directly yet. You see, don't be oblivious, man. All right. Because when shit really starts hitting the fan and you scrambling to try to find a way, you see, you're gonna be utterly disappointed that you didn't take heed when you had the time. All right. You setting yourself up for destruction, man. All right. We can't be in that spirit of I want to live my life and do whatever the fuck I want to do and this and that. All right. Of course, we gotta live. We gotta handle our business. We gotta do what we gotta do while we're here. That's understood. But don't get consumed and get caught up in all these things in this place. And I say that to me first and foremost. All right. Gotta stay focused, stay locked in, and stay paying attention to these things that are going on in the community, going on in the things around you, going on in the world in general. All right, because shit is happening at a rapid pace. And I just showed you in the scriptures of the things that it would say will be happening in these last days. All right, and it's happening. Everything is coming to pass as the Lord said it would. You see? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's gonna happen. Plain as day, simple as that. It's gonna happen. All right. So don't lose sight, man. I'm telling you, you know, pray the Lord keep the Rakakodash on you. And I pray the Lord keep the Rakakodash on me. And for those of you that don't know the truth or come across this video and haven't, you better take heed. Learn the names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, while you got the time, while we in that period of grace, man, because the doors is closing faster and faster and faster every day, man. All right, but that's it. Um, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and you were able to gather some information out of this. We give all praise, all honor, and all glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bracha HaKodash. Double honors again to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Say shalom and abad babah.